Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The day the Angels took Shohei Ohtani off the trade market wasn't a bad day. Today is a bad day, and we're going to get into that. We got a lot to talk about as far as the Giants' poor management and how that needs to change. But first, I want to quickly go over the game today. The Giants beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Alex Cobb pitched 6 innings, allowing 3 runs, so quality start from him. Giants got 4 runs on the board from an RBI double from Luis Matos, and then home runs from Brandon Crawford and Lamont Wade Jr. And after Cobb came out of the game, Ryan Walker pitched the next 2 innings and went into the 9th. After that, Sean Manaea replaced him and got the final 2 outs of the game. So the Giants did not choose to use Camilo Doval today. I think it's just they're giving him rest, but Walker and Manaea got the job done, and the Giants have evened up this series against the Diamondbacks, winning 4-3 today. But while the results of today's game are good, the results for the Giants in the whole business of baseball are not. At the trade deadline, they landed just 2 players, A.J. Pollock and Mark Mathias. And you remember, Farhan Zaidi clearly said, and I think multiple times too, he said that the Giants were going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. He basically sounded like that it was going to be big for them. And you just don't know what that means anymore. Because they traded for a guy who has a 173 batting average and is on the injured list. That's A.J. Pollock. Yeah, he was better in the prime of his career, but this year he's batting at a 173 batting average. That is bad. I don't know how you could say that any stronger. There was a comment left on a YouTube video, and it wasn't one of my videos because I hadn't announced this yet, but it was just this other video where someone, I'm assuming facetiously, said something like, "We're gonna win it all now for sure," and they're being funny there, but yeah, they got a point. It's just trading. What is there to be excited about what the Giants did at the trade deadline? This is just a bad day for the Giants. They are just no better off than they were before. That's just a fact. A.J. Pollock has a 173 batting average, and he's supposed to be the answer. Mark Mathias is a little bit better. He's got a little bit better of a record this year, but even he is, well, he's not good. The pitching staff remains exactly as it was before. There's absolutely no help for the rotation. The Giants reportedly went after Verlander, whatever that means these days. Whatever going after a guy even means these days, I guess they went after Verlander. But he went to the Astros, and it's just the Giants did absolutely nothing. I totally expected that even just with the track record, and this is getting old, that the Giants planning to do stuff and then not doing it, I gotta tell you that is just getting really old. Last offseason, last trade deadline, you just get the same result. The Giants, they just do nothing. But I just genuinely expected that the Giants would have learned their lesson by now and would have made a big move at this trade deadline. I expected that they would do it, but apparently they haven't learned that lesson yet. So that's what they get from the trade deadline. A.J. Pollock and Mark Mathias. It's just the team hasn't been changed for the better. yeah, it's possible those guys will, like with anyone, it's possible those guys will just surprise everybody in the second half, but I'm going to have to see that happen before I can say anything. So the trade deadline for the Giants, it's just they've been poorly managed for a long time now, and it can't continue like this, where they keep it's just that this is not. I have to say what Farhan Zaidi and the front office are doing. It's just not good baseball. These are the years when the Giants are supposed to be getting into the playoffs and making a run. I'm not saying they can't do that this year. I'm just saying it's going to be a lot harder now. It's just and no help for the rotation. I mean, the bullpen days, we're going to have to deal with all of that just going all the way down the stretch. And nobody's coming in to help them there. And offensively, they didn't get a new bat. It's not enough just to get a couple new bats. They have to get someone who's proven that they can actually produce, and that did not happen for them. And now it's too late. So we just don't know what the Giants mean anymore when they say that they plan to be aggressive, or that they plan to go for something. Last offseason, it was supposed to be a big offseason. How did that turn out? This trade deadline, it's just for the last few months, we've really been looking forward to it as a time when the Giants could add talent to the roster. It's just like since the season started, we've been looking toward the trade deadline as a real high point when they could improve. Yeah, they would have had to part with some prospects, but that's just kind of the way it is. And just, I mean, this just has to be the limit of tolerance right here. After just failing to do anything that is at all likely to make a difference at this trade deadline, it's just something has to be done about it. I don't know what's supposed to happen. I don't know what good in particular this trade with the Mariners was supposed to do, but it just has not brought any new baseball stars onto the team. So the Giants, it's just a completely lost trade deadline for them, and honestly, I don't know what to say. I just after seeing what we just saw, I really just don't know what to say about the Giants. I'm not saying yet that they can't do something in the next couple of months, but they just lost what could have been a significant contributor to it. So I don't know what it means that they went after Justin Verlander. I don't know what it means that they intended to be aggressive. You just can't know what anything means anymore. And it's just like, there goes the opportunity for the Giants. And they're just, it's just not a good day for the Giants today. And they really are in a pickle. They've had some offensive heights this year for sure, but they've also had some really low times, and their roster as it is, it hasn't been able to maintain consistency, and they are kind of coming through a cold streak, breaking out of it a little bit, but they were just coming through a cold streak like about a week ago. So it's just, I'm not saying the Giants are ruined for this year. I just they've got a winning record, and I don't know, but at some point they have to start contending at the trade deadline, and this is just they're ruining, they've been ruining their on-field performance, and it just doesn't appear to be getting any better. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.